what greater job could you have to have that love and passion to promote this great state? Well, I think the first thing we've got to do for the state museums and libraries, we've got to get them back in the best shape they can be in. For years, we've seen the budget cut for all of the museums and the libraries, and so we've got to put our best foot forward. And to do that, we're going to have to think outside the box, private-public partnerships. So we've got to do that. So when people leave, they leave here talking about Louisiana, talking about the great experience, and so that's going to be our goal. We've also got to give the people a voice in how we promote and sell it to the country and the world. And in visiting with the different boards at the museums and the state librarian, hearing their vision, it's important that they have a seat at the table as we make plans to promote and sell it to the rest of the country and the world. If you go to every corner of the state, they all have unique, special culture and things that are so important to the history of Louisiana. We've got to have a plan to bring all 64 parishes to the table and try to mix that up and find a way that we can promote all the great riches in every parish. So many of the smaller parishes have historical sites, museums, plantation homes that don't feel they have a seat at the table. We've got to find a way to bring that together. And the best way I can have a vision of that is by regions. Bring those regions together, see what we have there that's special to Louisiana, and then put that together in Baton Rouge to market around the country and the world. It's a team effort. And given those people that have the love and passion for what they believe in, those museums and those historical sites, you've got to give them a seat at the table and give their ideas a chance to grow and use that to promote it. When we go to Baton Rouge to get funded, if we've got some private funding to match it, it makes our job a lot easier in getting additional funding in Baton Rouge. And I found that out as parish president. We had community centers before Katrina that were just metal buildings. We got the FEMA money to build the buildings. I went and raised $6 million in 6 months to put swimming pools, workout equipment for the elderly. United Way uses those as a model around the country and around the world now. This is a perfect example of private-public partnership. I think the lieutenant governor has to lend his name and also get out there and beat the bushes to bring those private partners to the table. And that's what I'm excited about. I'm horrible at raising money for myself. I'm great at raising money for great causes. And I think that's something that y'all are going to have to lean on me heavily about to make sure I'm making the phone calls, I'm setting up the meetings, not just rely on you to bring those big corporations to the table. The lieutenant governor ought to be there fighting to bring those corporate sponsors together, and I'm excited about doing that. We're going to have to work with the city of New Orleans to make sure we put everything in tip-top shape, and we've got a short time to do that. Whether it's repairing the streets or cleaning up the city, we've got to work as a team to make sure we put our best foot forward. And we need to bring people from other areas of the state to the table as we're planning these activities to make sure we're including all of the great things they have to offer. So when people come to New Orleans, they'll say, I want to visit Ruston, I want to go to Poverty Point, I want to go to Zydeco over in Lafayette. We've got to give them a seat at the table in every aspect, and they will truly understand the importance of the people that come to New Orleans will travel the rest of the state. And that's where I think it's so important to bring that team together and give them a voice. And I think that will be a positive move and will give the ability to promote the whole state using that event as a kickoff. First person I got to pick is Sammy Kershaw. Sammy ran for lieutenant governor, has such a love for this. I get calls from all over where he plays out of state, and he just bleeds that love and passion for Louisiana around the country wherever he plays. Harry Connick Jr. Grew up with that family and just a great ambassador. Dr. John, old-timer that has been around promoting and has that love and passion, as they all do. And we've got so many, it's hard to pick three, because that's what makes Louisiana special. When they travel the country and the world and people see the passion they have in that music, people want to come here. So they're ambassadors everywhere they go in the world to promote Louisiana.